I don't do any intake forms. I'm really unusual in that sense. Basically, what I do is I come into relationship with them, like, in the context of my psychotherapy practice, and I get to know them, and they get to know me. I certainly am holding in my mind, you know, whether or not, like, they're coming to, um, they want this experience as a way of escaping responsibility for their lives. So I'm holding that principle in my mind. Like, are they looking for a way to escape into insanity, to escape from, if they give me the impression that they're so weighed down by life that they can't manage their finances, they can't take care of their own lives, that they're self-neglectful, um, I will delay the journey until such time as I get a sense that, okay, they've shifted out of being a victim of life and come into a place where they see that life is for them, even if it's difficult, not against them. And
Mm.
they've shifted away from victimhood, resentment, and therefore it's less likely that they're going to use psychedelics to escape from being here in this body, in this time, in this place, with all the responsibilities and all the suffering that sometimes we necessarily have to undergo as human beings.
Mhm.
So that's the second thing that I'm looking for. Is this a way to escape suffering rather than to go deeper into it?
Mm.
Because I think basically the psychotherapeutic process is a matter of, um, allowing the darkness to deepen, and then discovering, because of your own courage and because of the support you're receiving in and through the therapeutic relationship, you actually discover that there's light there, but it's the light actually shines in the darkness, as the
Mm.
prologue of John's gospel says. When you actually decide to go into the suffering that's yours to suffer, and are surprised then by hope,
Mm.
by light. But it's not my job as a therapist to reduce people's suffering in the first place. To reduce unnecessary suffering, yes, but
Mhm.
to invite them into the suffering that is actually necessary in order for the light to emerge. So I'm looking for people, if they're unwilling to uh, go deeper into the necessary suffering and are looking to psychedelics to help them escape from that, then I'll be reticent. I'll be very cautious until such time as I think, okay, you know, they're ready for that. It's really subjective. I've just resisted giving them because people can fill out those questionnaires however that they want to fill them out. I mean, yeah. So I get it. You build a relationship, then you have an intuitive sense. What you test for is, do I feel safe being with this person on psychedelics?
Mm.
Do I feel like, A, I'm safe, and secondly, um, can they take these substances safely? Will it
Mm.
will it be effective? And I don't know. There, in the end, there's an intuitive sense that, okay, it's time. Yeah, I mean, I would be cautious about, again, that, which means caution means I would want to have a longer relationship with people who had just maybe emerged from psychotic episodes that are in the midst of a regression. And I understand psychiatric hospitalization as a way of regressing back to a time when they were completely taken care of. They didn't
Mm.
have to feed themselves, clothe themselves, and so they're going back to that place where maybe this time they'll get what they didn't receive, that kind of care and nurturing. I don't think it necessarily happens, but I think that's the hope. It's the leaving behind all responsibilities and being taken care of. So yeah, I'm cautious about people who've just come through a psychotic episode. I'm cautious about people who are still deeply depressed. Not so much the depression itself, but if they're depressed because there's a chronic refusal to look at the psychic foundations of their depression. If if they're so deeply in denial about their past that the eruption of the truth of what happened to them would be very destabilizing. So it's again, it's partly intuitive, but there are some physical,
Yeah.
And I think also, like, I've just learned there's a certain kind of person that's so tightly controlled. Just, who on the one hand needs this kind of experience of kind of being broken open and shifting the energy sort of to the heart, but on the other, very careful about titrating that away from this ordered, rational life and into their heart. As soon as you move into the heart space, all the grief that go up here is going to come up. And David, honestly, it's like in a new cohort in your program, but if people who want integration program or a big ayahuasca experience or something, guidance themselves is that there seems to be bust through resistance. Start with MDMA, go to 3M mushroom, add some psilocybin, and like do to give them the through. And I listen to this and I go, well, I'm very, again, for me, it comes back to building trust in relationship where people can feel like they can relax their nervous system a bit and then move into those heart spaces through on the medicine.